What's going on, guys? Cameron back again from Attack on Anime, here to bring you another season wrap-up on something that just wrapped up this week as the recording of this video. And I'm talking about Myriad Colors Phantom World. Now, this anime had me really split down the middle in terms of how I felt about it. Because while it was a fun and enjoyable anime, and I do like the teamwork aspect between the main characters, it also did spend a lot of time, like, just wasting time. Like, there'd be whole episodes where they would do a mission, and I'm just like, okay, but what about this one thing that you brought up in an earlier episode that I want you to expand upon that they kind of just would never get into? And I'm just like, okay, when are you going to get to that? And by the end of it, it's just like, okay, now you bring that up, and I'm just like, are you going to set up for a season 2? The way it ended, I don't think there's going to be a season 2, and to be honest, I don't think they really warranted a season 2, like, in my honest opinion. But I'm going to give you guys a no spoilers review of the story and let you guys be the judge of it once you go and check it out. But it starts with the Alayashiki company being bombed, and a certain chemical got out into the air, and it affected everyone's brains on Earth and made them start seeing these things known as phantoms. And phantoms are pretty much spirits made from the human mind. So it's kind of like an imaginary friend that just came to life. It can just happen at any time, and anything can turn into a phantom. And humanity is pretty much haunted by them. But with this came these kids with special abilities that are able to combat these phantoms, because some of them can seal them. Some of them have like strength-based, water-based. Like, there's just a bunch of variety of different power sets in this anime that go into how they fight. And they form clubs at the schools, and that's where our main cast takes place at. It's at Hosea Academy, and their coach is named Himino. And the main characters are Haruhiko, he can seal things by drawing them. He has to draw the entire form of the phantom in order to seal it. There's Mai, who is the brute force. She's really good in martial arts, and she has elemental based powers, and depending on which phantom she's fighting, she can use that phantom's opposite element as a weakness against it. We have Reina, who is personally my favorite character. She's known as a phantom eater, and a phantom eater essentially doesn't really need like a chant. She doesn't need to really say like a spell in order to activate hers. She can just absorb a phantom by eating it, but some phantoms are too strong for her to just handle by herself. And then we have Koito, she's pretty much a loner at first until she gets incorporated into the group, but she's pretty cool as a main character, and I really like how strong she is. She's powered through song, so I'm just like, okay, so she vocalizes her spells and then is able to seal pretty much that way. And she was actually looked at by an agency, like a top secret government agency, that wanted to recruit her, but she just didn't want to be a part of that because, like I said, she's a loner. And then we have Kurumi, who has her power known as Albarek, which is like a teddy bear that can it pretty much grows in size and is pretty much a really good fighter. It defends her with its life. Like, that thing will never let any harm come to Kurumi, and I really like that aspect because they expand upon that in a few of the episodes. But like, the first 6 episodes of this anime are essentially establishing our characters' development. Like, all the characters get their open development, and after that is kind of when I said it gets repetitive, and they go on like these whack missions that don't really have anything to do with the end goal of the anime. And then in like the last 2 episodes, they decide to kind of start cramming this story in and trying to get you to care about these characters to their full extent when they're up against their final enemy. And that's why I say it doesn't really warrant a season 2 for me. Like, I don't really believe that if you use 6 episodes of good character development and then waste the last 6 and then try to cram stuff in at the end, it's just I don't feel like that's how an anime should be structured. Like, that's not really what a good anime is to me. But I do love the episode where Ruru gets her opening character development, and Ruru is the phantom that follows Haru. Ruru is the phantom that follows Haruhiko around, and she gets her character development in a certain episode. I'm pretty sure it was episode 9, but I really like that episode because it was the most impactful episode to me, and I didn't expect that to come from her out of all the people, especially since Reina was my favorite character. But Reina's character development episode was really good too. Like, she has a dramatic choice that she has to face, because at first when she's about to join the team, she's pretty reluctant. but then a certain character development plot point, which is known as Omagatoki, which is at sunset when you're most likely to encounter a phantom. Those first 6 episodes, during that time, is when these characters get their development. They encounter a phantom that pretty much they have to push past whatever mental block they're having that is blocking them from getting to their ultimate goal. Reina wants to join the team, but a certain circumstance that I don't want to spoil is stopping her from doing it. And a phantom pretty much entraps her, and she has to get to the heart of her own mind in order to break through and finish it. But yeah, guys, that's going to call it for this. I really enjoyed this anime. Like I said, the action was good. The comedy was good. The characters were not OP, and the teamwork they had to bring together in order to complete their missions was glorious to see, and the animation was just outstanding. Like, in the final episode, that was like the best animation of the whole series. I loved it. But a few problems I did have with it, there was like no real end game. They would have like hanging plot threads that would just kind of like hang there, and they would tease us with it, and then in the last episode they were just like, oh yeah, we forgot about this, let's just cram it in and finish it. So that's why I'm saying at the end they started to kind of like cram a lot of information in, and it was just kind of like hard for me to be like, okay, I guess I just have to adjust to all this now. But yeah, guys, check it out and let me know what you guys think if you have checked it out, because it's a pretty popular anime from this season. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. But don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. But until next time, guys, peace.